everybody, this is Chris Leckness with GottaBeMobile.com, and I'm here to show you another Twitter client. This one is right here and it's called Gleek. I'm going to go ahead and pin this to the start, and we're going to look at that, and it has no identifying data. I've actually used the application already, uninstalled it, and I want to take you through the installation. It's a pretty interesting application. It costs $1.99, and it's a lot different than any other Twitter app on WP7, Windows Phone 7, that you've seen so far. Right here we have the start screen, which has a Windows Phone-esque live tile Metro look to it, and you can add an account, and then this is grayed out. Search, messages, friends and favorites, which is grayed out. Trends, which I guess you can look at even without being logged in, and there you are. Gleeks, which I will show you in a moment what that is. We'll go ahead and click on it, and you can actually see, I guess, I don't know if it's actually called Gleek, but anyway, I actually gleeked somebody, which is like a retweet of a, I don't know yet. It's maybe some kind of culture, subculture, I don't know about it yet, but list, which is grayed out. So we're going to go ahead and add an account, and it pops up here, and this is also your settings area too. I'll show you all the settings after I add the account. So we click on add account, brings you to this page, and you put your information in, and I'm going to go off camera to do that, and come right here we go, put in the information. I'm going to click authorize app, redirecting, bam, there we are, and that is me. That's nothing to do there. You can add multiple accounts, by the way. So now I've got the account here. Let's go through the settings. We've got preferences. Select whether to show images in the timeline. I'm going to leave that on. Every time you start Gleek, or every time Gleek starts, take me to this tab. You know what? I just noticed that it did not take me through the list of what the Gleeks and peaks are all about. Maybe we'll hit that in a minute, but I thought that's why I uninstalled and was going to show you the installation so you could actually see that. But anyway, every time Gleek starts, take me to this tab by default. That start screen, which had the live tile Metro look there, that's the start. Peaks is like random tweets from people. I don't know how they get picked as peaks. I don't know. Timeline mentions or retweets. So I'm going to go to timeline because that's what I'd rather do, because I want to, if I use this application, I would use it as a typical application. Select whether to show peaks, cleverly randomized tweets. You can turn that off if you want, and then here, maximum number of items to retrieve at a given time. Goes from 50, or actually goes from 10 to 100. We'll just go ahead and with 100, and you see we got more stuff over there. Layout. Lock your screen orientation. Let's see if it'll do it in, maybe it's just in the timelines and so forth, but I'll show you that. I'm not going to lock it. You can click on lock to landscape or portrait, but I'm going to leave it unlocked. Select to use today's pick as your apps thing. That randomizes the background of the layout of where your tweets are on top of. I'll show you that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and let it randomize it. Select the way you want the timelines presented, list or slide view. I'm just going to leave it as list because I don't know what slide view is right now. Live tiles. Select select to receive notifications for updates and mentions on. And then this note basically says that if you don't get notifications on your start screen with the live tiles, to go into other applications and turn off their notifications, because apparently Windows Phone has some kind of limitation to the amount of notifications. So then you go down here and they've got some more check boxes here. You can get notifications on new mentions and new messages. I'm going to turn them both on. Select to allow inclusion of your location in your tweet. I'm going to leave that off. And here's how, when you do a retweet, how you want it to look. End with via, at screen name, surround with quotation marks, or start with retweet. I'll stay with that. And then you can add a custom hashtag to every tweet you make. Turn that on and type in test. But I'm going to turn it back off because, and then back to accounts. And you can add a I don't know how many accounts you can add, but I know for a fact you can add at least 2 because I did that when I was testing it before. So anyway, we're going to go back to the start screen here, and now you see all these tiles that were grayed out, and it's being a little non-responsive here. Let's go ahead and just get out of the application altogether. And okay, it did not update my live tile with my personal data, so I'm going to go back in here. And the the web page on Windows Phone Marketplace for this app says that it allows you to basically pin anything. So we'll just pick John here, and when you click on that, you can look at that one individual tweet or his profile, and you'll see down here we got a pin button. I'm going to go ahead and pin his profile. So anytime he makes a tweet, I can actually just follow him right here if I'd like. So let's go back in, and I could have just used the anyway. Let's go to, oops. Let's go ahead and pin me here. Pin to start. Oh, that's for a new tweet. Okay, so we've got that pin there, and actually we'll go ahead and use that this time. Alright, let's go to, let's find my account and pin this one to the start. And there we have it. We've got my account. Any subsequent other persons that you put on your start screen there, like John, will be in blue, and yours is in green there. And as you can see, the backside tile says no new tweets or no new mentions. So I can click on here, and this should allow me to go straight into typing a testing a new, oops, can't type this late at night, Twitter app for Windows Phone. And by the way, the account that I'm using is a new account that I created. I have quit Twitter pretty much altogether for various reasons, or one particular reason, but that's all I can say about that. And I have to have an account to continue to tweet. Okay, so I've typed my tweet, and you click on the little Twitter button down here to send that. So, and if you see in the background there, that's a randomized background. I'm assuming tomorrow there would be a new randomized background. It's taking a little bit to tweet. I'm on Wi-Fi right now, and it should be going out pretty quick, but for some reason this is not going out real quick. And I will also let you know that this is not the $1.99 version. This is the free trial version, which I have not seen what makes it different than the paid version yet. There are no ads to my knowledge that I've seen so far. So I don't know why that's not going through, but I'll go ahead and kill it. Let's see if we can send a tweet out going in it this way. The splash screen kind of takes a little bit to load up. It says we got 2 new tweets here. Oh, it went through. If you click on it, you'll see via Gleek. That's how I tweeted it, and then you can look at profile and see me. Alright, and our other new tweet was John right here, and we're going to click on here, and you can reply, retweet, quote, share posts. So we're going to retweet them just for giggles, and that should have retweeted. Then we're going to click on John, and I'm going to reply to him, say hello, and hit send, and it went right through that time. So on this single tweet page, you can look at the profile of the tweeter, or the person that put the tweet out. You can reply to him here and add an image. Oops, I'm on the wrong screen. Quote the tweet here, retweet it, favorite the tweet, and then the additional options are copy, translate, share, and forward. And those are pretty self-explanatory, so we won't go there. I'm looking for a tweet that has somebody replying to somebody, so I can show you something here. I know there's going to be one here somewhere. There we go. This guy replied to I was going to try to show you the conversation view, but I cannot remember how I got into that earlier. So anyway, that's the timeline. Then you have mentions. Oops, mentions, which, you know, it's self-explanatory. Retweets. Now this is kind of interesting. You click on here and you can look at retweets to me, or I can learn how to tap over a camera. This isn't working out real good, is it? Oops, it actually closed out altogether. Wow. And here's the splash screen that takes quite a bit again. Not like a long time, but alright, so we got 3 new tweets and 1 new mention now. Taps are no more Twitter, Chris. What's up with that? Anyway, I'll reply to them later. But that actually shows him replying to me. And here we go. Now I can show you that conversation view I wanted to. You can see his profile again in the conversation view. There's his original tweet, there's my reply, and there's his reply to me. So, okay, we'll get back out of there, and we'll go back through here. The retweets to me or by me. Here's by me, and there's some things that I've retweeted just in testing. And then you can scroll all the way back up to the to me's. The to me's would obviously be, you know, people I follow that have retweeted things on my timeline because I follow them. But you click on there and you can go to either one of them. But I also noticed by mistake that if you hit refresh, it rotates between them. Alright, come on, don't make a liar out of me. When I hit refresh earlier, it went from retweets to me and by me. So anyway, let's go back here. Now it's not showing anything. Is it buggy, or am I just having issues? Anyway, alright, so we've gone through mentions, retweets, and now we go back to the start. We'll skip the start and come back to that. You got these peaks, which are the random things, and you can scroll through random peaks by going left to right here. I don't know, most of these are in a different language, so I'm assuming the developer of this application is not in a native English language person. So anyway, and then you go back to timeline. So we'll go back over here, and on start we got new tweet, and that's where you can actually do a tweet, and then you see the big 140 there. You click on here and there's no image attached. You can attach an image down there. Then you have some other things, effects. Here's some goofy. Okay, that didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Remove effect. Alright, let's try it. Effects, and then we'll Gleekify it. Did that go? Okay. Let's just send that and see what it looked like. If it looks any different than it did right there, Gleekified, we'll go back to my timeline here, and we'll refresh that. Did not do anything that looks anything different. Well, it did put quotes around it. Huh, interesting. I'll have to play with that and see what all we can do with that. And there we go again. Sorry about the boring video, but I just want to show you everything I can in one big long video, which I'm good at doing, long videos. I don't know if they're good videos, but they're long. So anyway, let's do a new tweet again, just to see what this stuff is. Effects, and let's go with flip text. Testing, flip, and send that. Let's go back to the timeline, refresh it, and it says testing flip. It doesn't look any different in the timeline, but neither did the other. Huh, I do not know. That didn't appear to work, did it? So let's go back over here. Alright, so let's just go through the start. All these tiles on the start now. We've got new tweet, then you got search, and on the search you have a regular search and save searches, if you have any saved. I'm not going to go through that because you know how to search. I'm going to go back here, and we got messages. This will show your direct messages in threaded format, and I feel safe about this because it doesn't actually give you any of the data that are, oops, almost got it, that are any of the data that is in that tweet or in that direct DM thread. If you click on it, obviously you'll see the thread or the DMs in a threaded format, which I like a lot. I really like to have that threaded format, and you can go back and see what you actually conversation had with somebody all the way back for months or whatever. So friends and faves, click on that, and you have your friends, the people that you're following. And I don't know why this is loading so slowly right now. So these are people that I'm following. These are my followers, which are pretty much naked women at this point because I don't have any followers. Just started this count tonight. And then my favorites. This is tweets that you favorite. And back to friends. So we'll get back out of here. The next is trends, and I showed you that when we first loaded this up before I put my actual account in here. And you click on one of these, and let's find one that party memories. This could be not good, and it gives you the timeline of, yeah, so you know what that was going to do. And back to here, lists. I don't know what's up with this. I did create a list. This shows what I'm lists that I should be listed in, which I'm obviously not, and these are ones that I have memberships to. I have created a list which is not showing up here, and I assume if you create a list you are subscribed to it, so I'm not sure if it takes time to sync that up or not, but anyway. Alright, and then here's your profile, and this tells you your profile. How many tweets you got, friends, followers, favorites, and listed. I'm not listed in any lists. Statistics, most tweets are from him, most tweets are sent from Metro Twit. And I bet you that's why, because John's using Metro Twit probably. Most mentions are from blah blah blah. Most mentions are sent via the web. And here's an interesting thing. It shows all your limits. The API calls, how many requests per hour you got remaining, next request reset, daily image upload limit. I didn't even know there was an upload limit. Blah blah blah. And then back to profile. So that's pretty much it. I skipped the Gleeks. This is Gleeks, which I don't have a clue what this is. Recent, and it shows, you know, I gleeked this person. I believe gleeking, you know, gleeks are basically retweets of certain types of tweets. I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. I actually gleeked whoever the heck this is in whatever language that is that they're speaking just to test it out. And yeah, you can only Gleek things from right here, so if I click on here, and actually I can't do it from right here. I thought I could. What the heck? That's how I did it earlier. Maybe this was it. Oh, that's a friendship update. Okay. Don't know what that's all about. I'm not even going to deal into it, but that's the interesting part of this application that's kind of sets it apart from any other Twitter app out there, is the addition of this Gleeks and Peaks thing. The Peaks, I've figured out, are random tweets on some subject. I'm not sure if it's what the subject is because I can't read the language that most of them are in. So, but anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. We'll go back to the timeline here. Oops. Oh, here we go. Here's a peak. These are one of the this is how I did the Gleek. Let's just find one that's in English. 5.4 miles of fat burning completed, warming up. Let's Gleek. This icon right here is the Gleek icon. If you'll watch up here, After I hit this, it'll say sending Gleek. Your Gleek was sent successfully. So now, if we go back, oops, I went back too far. Mind you, I will tell you, I mean, I've used this less than probably some of you actually might have. I just downloaded it tonight and we're giving it a whirl. This is how I roll. So anyway, we'll go back to this Gleek icon here and you'll see the recent ones, and mine will probably be there. I test Twitter apps, and then my Gleeks, and now you see the person. So I retweeted or Gleeked that peak. Sounds kind of goofy. One thing I did notice that I have a complaint about with this application so far is that I can't change the font size, and this is pretty big. You see, I mean, this big screen on the HTC Titan here, I should be able to see 6 to 10 tweets on one screen without having to scroll too much. It scrolls fine, except for if you see right here, see more. Well, this is my mentions. I don't have many mentions, so there we go. Yeah, it scrolls just fine. No choppiness. Looks really good. But that's about all. This is a new Twitter app for Windows Phone called Gleek, or not sure exactly. I don't believe that's exact. Actually, I'll find out what that. We'll do this. Albums. We'll go to saved pictures, and I can show you what the Gleek is. Gleek, technically pronounced G-U-U-H-U-H-K, glux, but you can say Gleeks are a retweet or mention of a peak. That's what we figured out. A random tweet, you view a peak, and if you like it, you Gleek it for the entire world to see. You'll notice a Gleek button on the peak tab. This is how you Gleek a peak. See, not too confusing. That's easy for you to say. Now get out there and have some fun. Now get it out there and Gleek, because life is random. And here it tells about peaks. Peaks are real random tweets from Twitter users around the world. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes they're boring, sometimes they're insightful, but oftentimes they're hilarious, and especially since they are taking out of context. The peaks tab is an area will show you peaks, and you can flick right and left to scroll through the next one. Typically they'll continue on forever. Tap on blah blah blah. So anyway, I had taken a lot of screenshots earlier, so I knew I had that there. So anyway, the updates on the live tiles, I might have to try that turning things off, although I don't believe I have anything really going on with push notifications. I've understood. Oh, there we go. There's a mention. A mention and a direct message just came across. I waited 20 minutes when I first started this up before I did the video to see if I could have one of those come across. So let's go to the mentions and see if it's talking about this one that I already got from John here. That is the one that it's referring to, and it says that I have a direct message, but I'm not going to check that on camera. So anyway, my name is Chris, gottabemobile.com. Thanks for watching.